Okay, hopefully that's recording. We're at the Bilby Road entrance to Mt CootTha Forest Track. So you can see all the mountain bike tracks here in this area. Okay, let's get going. We start off with a fire trail to get to the first trail. I just changed the rebound on my rear shock the other day, so I haven't ridden yesterday because I was feeling a little bit ill. Yeah, feeling better today, so hopefully I don't get bucked or anything because the rear shock's rebounding too quickly. So the first trail here, the Kidney Trail. It's a short little one. Most trails here in the forest are two-way. I think they all are except the Black Diamond, which means you can't go too fast. There's a lot of blind corners. You could have anyone coming the other way. I've also just recently changed my brake calipers. Just gotta watch here, very narrow, especially for my handlebars. I changed the 4 caliper XTs just to get a bit more braking power. Put my old XT twins onto Corin's mountain bike. She hasn't used it yet since she had an accident. Probably another couple of months before she feels brave enough to ride her bike again. I'd normally just take a shortcut on this one because the longer route takes you out of line with the entrance to the next trail. You gotta kind of backtrack and you miss a nice little jump entry into the trail, which so we're going up back onto the fire road, and just up ahead we go right onto the next nice little jump there. Always watching for people come the other way so they can't get too fast. So the obstacle up ahead always looks more difficult than it is. Just lift the front, you can roll up there. First time I came down here I was too scared to do this little dip here. Watched some kids do it. Thought they were pretty brave. I guess once you get used to the bike and know what it can do, it gets a little easier. So this is Wagtail Way by the way. Bit of a, what do they call it? Narrow. I think they call it a skinny. Back onto Fire Road. Seat up. Definitely my favourite thing on a mountain bike is to have a dropper post. My bike came with one standard, Corin's didn't, so we asked him to put one on before we took it. Now she agrees, best thing ever. Okay, we're at Mt CootTha Reserve, main parking area behind me there. That's where most people come in from. So, this is a blue trail. Just trying to see, it's called the Cerebra Climb. And it doesn't look that steep, but it slows a lot of people down. It's nice to have an e-bike. You can keep a good pace on the uphills. In case you're wondering, advantages of an e-bike: no advantage on downhill at all, probably a bit of a disadvantage, the extra weight, so jumping's not as easy with an e-bike, but definitely uphill. I've been on some black diamond rides where once you're at the bottom, unless you're a superhero, you're not going to be cycling back to the top again, unless you're on an e-bike, of course. So while they're all pushing their bikes up the hill, I'm pedaling, I'm getting exercise. You can call it cheating if you like, I really don't care. I'm actually not in this for fitness in the first place. I'm in this for fun. And the faster I can get up the hills, the more downhills I can do. So I get a lot more fun out of my hour than someone who doesn't have an e-bike. So you can stick that in your pipes and smoke it. This makes the e-bike, that is, makes these kind of trails very accessible to people who have absolutely no fitness and who are way overweight. I can't say I don't exactly fit into that category. In my opinion, I'm overweight and unfit, but I can still have heaps of fun. And if you feel like you're not getting enough exercise, just put it in lower assistance mode. You can switch the motor right off if you feel like it and get even more exercise than someone with no motor, because believe me, these bikes are probably on average 10 kilos heavier than a standard mountain bike. think mine's a bit lighter. This one's about 21.5 kilo. Some of them go right up to 28 kilos. Especially the ones with the new higher capacity motors. Not motors, the high capacity batteries. And we're back onto the fire road. And this is actually where some of the steepest hills I come across are. And this is where you'll see a lot of people with unassisted bikes pushing their bikes up the hills. Not so much here yet, but later on. So this road takes us all the way to the top of all these tracks, and everything from then on is kind of downhill, I guess. I'll do Rocket Frog today. It's actually a nice easy green trail. You can do it really fast and make it dangerous, but again, you've got to watch out for people coming the other way. So this is Quail Trail I'm on at the moment. But most trails here anyway, if you're a beginner, you can ride them, you just take them slower, and if you come to something you're unsure of, you get off and walk, or just keep trying it until you get it right. And I reckon that most of these trails can be done on any kind of mountain bike. You don't need a big expensive one. I've actually seen people on some of these trails with a road racing bike. That's a bit ridiculous, but it just shows you. And no, they weren't gravel bikes either, they were proper road racing bikes, like triathlon type things. We're coming to the steep hill now. This is where a lot of people will get off and walk. But it's a piece of pie with this bike. Still got to put some force behind it. That was the steepest hill. I think 17% gradient. That's quite hectic. I'm not sure what percentage means in terms of degrees. We'll have to look that up. You can go into my right there already, but I'll go here and here at the top. This is, I think it's called Rocket Frog Link Trail, or just Rocket Frog. Let's do Rocket Frog. It's quite flowy. Tight turn coming up here. Oh, just a bit of a drop. Tight east bend. A bit of a jump here. Drop. Another drop. And it gets very rutty here. Oh, shakes the shit out of you. Okay, the Cerebra. Now we're on to proper rocket frog. As I said, this is a green trail, but you can take it nice and slow if you want, or you can go balls to the wall. I'm kind of in between. Interesting, the Garmin records all the jumps you take. It tells you how long you were in the air for and how far the jump was. I'm no jump expert, believe me. Some of the foliage needs a bit of trim around here. And we need some rain. Track's dry again. I have to actually wash my bike just about every 2 or 3 rides out here. Slip there. Rooty section coming up here. Rooty. Nearly hit this tree stump in front before not looking. Whoopsie! Bit of a detour. Slowed me down, not good. Wide handlebars are nice, but you got to do a lot of dodging on the trees are so close together. Definitely feel like I've got more control with wider handlebars. Corrins are a lot narrower, and I just don't feel like I've got the same control at all. Oh, I missed that one. Bad line. Some of the trail merging here. Back onto Rocket Frog. Plenty of little side trails here for passing people. A little bit of a shitty turn here, I must say. Touchdown. I don't mind obstacles when you got a bit of speed. It's difficult when you're going really slowly. Tight corner, otherwise you hit the tree. Back to the main car park. Gap Creek Reserve. A lot of people come here for to have a barbecue, hang out with the family. There's a little training area over there. Here's where I came in earlier on. Not going back that way though, I'm just going to follow the fire trail back to the road. Good afternoon.
Hi.
How are you going?
Hi, good, thank you.
Great. Not as steep as going to the top, but also steep enough. A lot of people walk up here. What was that? 17 degrees so far. That was 11, 12, 14, sorry. Takes a while to catch up. No, now it says 15. Okay, so it's still fairly steep. Yeah, that gradient definitely takes a while to catch up. These are mostly just water bumps to make sure the road doesn't, when it rains really hard, that the water doesn't rust it out. Makes the water go off to the sides. So this fire road's called Whipbird Trail. Drop the seat, gears up, some nice speed. Oh, I may need some new tread on my back tyre. It's far flatter than the front one, and that's the second one on the back. Still on the first one on the front. More than a year and a half later.